The transcripts of the House Oversight Committee's interview with Hunter Biden's business associate, Devon Archer, were released this morning. The committee questioned Archer Monday to gain insight into the Biden family's business dealings. CBS News senior investigative correspondent Catherine Herridge is following this story for us from Washington. I bet you this, well, I'm thinking this was interesting reading, Catherine. There's a lot of speculation about what this individual would say. And also, you know, isn't he sort of due to turn himself into jail? He's got his own legal issues to deal with. Yes, thank you very much. So, Catherine, what do the transcripts tell us?
Well, first off, Anne-Marie, I would say that it's several hundred pages in length, and I'm still reviewing those pages this morning. Devon Archer is scheduled to go to federal prison, but I would remind people that this deposition was essentially under oath, and if he misled Congress, that would leave him open to prosecution for criminal perjury. One of the headlines I've seen so far is that Devon Archer did tell congressional investigators that he felt that this was about the Biden brand, and he testified in his view that Joe Biden brought the most value to this brand. And he also testified about these speakerphone calls where Hunter Biden would put his father on speaker when he was with business associates. He did not see them discussing business transactions, but he said this was part of a pattern of sending signals about the family's influence and also issues of access.
Why are Democrats and Republicans disagreeing on the context of the transcripts?
Well, earlier this week, we just had to rely on the characterization from Republicans and Democrats about Devon Archer's testimony, but now we can see the full transcript. You'll recall that Democrat Congressman Dan Goldman said that Archer testified that it was the illusion of access to Joe Biden that Hunter Biden was offering to these clients. But in fact, when you look at the transcript, what you see is that that phrase, illusion of access, is in Dan Goldman's question. It's actually not what Devon Archer testified to. He says, yes, but that's not quite fair. This was about showing that there was the signal that there's influence and access here. And Archer goes on to say that there were business meetings that Joe Biden attended, or business meetings, rather, meals with business associates. And what he also said is that after at least one of those meals, money was wired to Hunter Biden that he believed had paid for one of his sports cars. So there's a lot here in addition to these emails as well.
I find it interesting that the transcripts were released. I mean, is this everything that he said? Because often we don't get everything; we get bits and pieces. Oh, you know, what's the significance of having sort of the entire transcript available?
I think you've keyed in on something really important, Anne-Marie, which is that it's not so usual to have a full transcript release, especially this quickly, because it has to go through a formal review process, which involves having the person who testified review it a final time, offer any clarifications and input, and then essentially sign off on it. So that's happened in very short order. I asked one of the Republican aides on that committee, because it's a Republican-controlled investigation, why they moved so quickly to release all of the transcript, and they felt the Democrats' characterization was unfounded. So the great thing now is that we can independently review this transcript and reach our own conclusions about what Devon Archer alleged about these Biden family businesses and whether the records also, these emails, back it up sufficiently.
All right, Catherine, thank you.
You're welcome.